Welcome to Module 5, Deliver the Wow, the key elements to creating a mass of raving fans who will achieve incredible results. In other words, what the heck do you do with all your new students, customers, and clients now that you have them? High class problem, I know, but still it can feel like a challenge. The good news is that this is the shortest module in the entire program, since we already covered so much in Module 3 on crafting the perfect experience. So you're close to graduating and hopefully reaching mission accomplished too. When you take the earn while you learn anti-perfectionist path to rapid product creation that you learned in Module 3, there isn't a lot of difference between product creation and product delivery, since you're essentially creating and delivering your product at the same time. One last thing. Don't forget to pull out the experience escalation plan that you created in Module 3. You've already laid the groundwork for experiencifying your product delivery and are well on your way to crafting a super sticky product that gets your customers hooked on taking action, getting results, and buying from you over and over again. If you're in this program, here's what I know about you. You want to serve your students, customers, and clients at the deepest possible level. You care about the results they're getting, and you want to deliver a world-class customer experience. If you're nodding your head right now, this module is for you. I need your help to revolutionize the coaching, consulting, and training industry. I need your help to make experience products the norm and not the exception. I designed the Experience Product Masterclass to share my deepest product creation and marketing secrets so we can change the world through our products, programs, and courses. You in? Great. Let's dive into the training. I'm glad you're here. The art of creating engagement from moment one of day one. Because as you know, the very first moment of your new customer's journey can either kick off the downward death spiral or begin a powerful experience escalation that will inspire them to do more than they ever thought possible, getting them hooked on taking action, getting results, and ultimately buying from you over and over again. The path to customers for life begins in moment one of day one. So how do you make sure that you're starting them off on the right foot? How do you make sure you're kicking off experience escalation and not the dreaded downward death spiral? Well, let's imagine what's happening for your customer the moment they hit that buy now button. No, let's go one step further and really put yourself in their shoes. You've just taken the plunge. You've invested your valuable time, energy, and money in a product that may scare you a little bit. It's not necessarily the product that scares you, but the promise. You're making the commitment to overcome a problem in your life that you've had for longer than you care to admit. Or you're daring to dream bigger and aim for a goal that you haven't been able to hit. Your heart is beating a bit faster. You're full of excitement, possibility, and a little bit of trepidation. You dare to hope, and at the same time, you fear failure. You don't trust your judgment. This wouldn't be the first time that you've made a bad investment, or the first time you've committed to something and failed to follow through. Or even worse, actually committed, took action, and failed anyway. You don't want to be disappointed again, or look like a fool again, or have all the naysayers in your life say, "I told you so," again. Right at this moment, you're feeling a little vulnerable, and you're looking for one of two things. You're looking for validation that you made the right choice, or you're looking for a reason to opt out so you can give up on this scary commitment and return to the way things were before you signed up. As they say in the military, situation normal, all fucked up, or snafu for short. It's human nature to put the devil you know over the devil you don't. It's easier to see what you have to lose than what you have to gain. While most people won't admit that they're looking for number two, the truth is that they are. When we opened the masterclass for the very first time, we had a delay with our membership site that impacted the first round of students who signed up. I was to blame. I had spent weeks planning the experience that my students would have as soon as they signed up for the masterclass. Then 4 days before the program first started, I came up with the idea for our XP system, and I sent it off to our developer to implement. It was a big job, and I asked him to have it all ready by the time of our first webinar on Thursday at noon, so students who bought right away could get instant access to the members area. But it didn't happen. He wasn't able to get it done in time, and he didn't let me know. So I delivered my webinar at noon, opened the program for the first time, and sold our first seats, thinking that these new students would have the experience that I had planned for them. After I finished the webinar, I realized that the membership site wasn't live, and to make matters worse, I had recorded the first pre-training module in the morning of the webinar, and I gave it to a team member to edit and post. She got pulled away right before the webinar and didn't finish uploading the video and posting the content. So our first students registered, they got a confirmation video and a welcome email, but nothing else happened. Much of what I had promised would happen when they bought didn't happen. This was supposed to be an experience product, and the initial onboarding experience, the one that was supposed to kick off that experience escalation, it wasn't available yet. Needless to say, I was mortified. So we sent out an email letting everyone know what was going on and what to expect, and almost everyone was super nice and understanding about it. We had won them over in our marketing campaign, and they trusted us, except for one person. He wrote to say that we got an A+ for marketing and a D- for delivery, and asked for a refund. That just about ripped my heart to shreds because I knew it was true. I knew that I hadn't delivered what I promised. So we wrote back to say, yes, you're absolutely right. We got overambitious on what we wanted to deliver and underestimated the time it would take to make it happen. Then we gave him two choices. Number one, give us 48 hours and we promise you'll have a completely different experience. Or number two, we'll give you your money back. He took his money back, and we pressed forward. That experience hurt not because of the money, but because we lost an opportunity to really help someone. And the reason why we lost that opportunity was because we fumbled at the starting line. And also because he, like many buyers, are skeptical. It takes a lot of trust to buy something from someone you don't know online and hope they'll deliver. So the moment he saw a discrepancy between what he thought he was buying and what he actually got, he wanted out. He pressed the button on his ejector seat and flew out of our world as fast as he had entered. Now, I didn't beat myself up about this because I knew that we were doing absolutely everything we could, but I felt embarrassed by the situation and disappointed. All we could do at that point is put our focus on solving the issue as quickly as possible. So that's what we did. We emailed our new students to apologize, take full responsibility for the situation, and let them know what was going on. Then within 36 hours of our first webinar, we had everything in place to create an incredible experience for everyone else from day one. So no one else would feel like we weren't meeting expectations right out of the gate. Can you see how important it is to create engagement from moment one of day one? Not just to meet expectations, but maybe even exceed expectations by creating an experience of shock and awe right out of the gate. So your new students, clients, and customers receive validation that they're in the right place. You want them to feel like, oh my God, this is even better than I thought. I'm so glad I took a chance on this. This is really going to happen. In this training, you're going to learn the art of crafting engagement from day one. You're going to learn how to create an onboarding experience that welcomes your new customers into your world and lets them know that you see them. You're glad they're here and reassure them that they're in the right place. They made the right choice, and together, you're going to do some incredible things. If you set up this initial onboarding experience well, you create huge trust, connection, and loyalty. That gets your relationship off on the right foot, so you can move on to the real work of helping them build unstoppable momentum to get across the finish line from mission to mission accomplished. Now, if you've ever flubbed a first impression before, whether that was with a client, colleague, or potential love interest, you'll know that it can be challenging to reverse a bad first impression. You've got to work extra hard to reestablish trust and credibility once that trust and credibility has been shaken or lost. And sometimes you just can't win someone back over. That's why the most important part of your product delivery is the first impression people have as soon as they buy. They've hit the register now button. So what happens next? How can you design an experience that sets your customer up for success, helping them rack up their first win, build momentum, and relax into the process, knowing they're in the right place and they can trust you to deliver? In this training, I'll walk you through the process of creating a custom onboarding experience that welcomes new people to your world and puts a little wind beneath their wings so they can get in the air and take flight towards mission accomplished. Let me lead by example and show you inside the onboarding experience that I designed for this masterclass, so you have a model to follow before rolling up your sleeves to get to work on your very own experience product welcome sequence. Once people registered for the masterclass from our sales page, we took them to a confirmation page with a video that did two things. Number one, it celebrated and honored the choice they just made as I drew them into a little surprise party. And number two, it invited them to claim their bonus ticket to Message to Money Live, which picks up where EPM leaves off. Since this was also an upsell video, we gave people the opportunity to hit a thanks but no thanks right now button right below the video, so they could get on with the training portion of their onboarding experience if they weren't able to come to the event. Let me play the first 1 minute and 42 seconds of this video to give you a sense of the celebratory tone that we struck here and how we position the next step. You'll find the complete transcript for this video in your worksheets for today. Psst. Hey, I'm really glad you're here. Come with me, I've got something that I really want to show you. So we decided to throw you a surprise party because we're so excited you're here. I'm so thrilled that you've joined the Experience Product Masterclass tribe, and your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you just did, is to design, market, and make $2,000 or more from an experience product in 10 weeks or less, so you can get off the marketing treadmill, make more sales, and get your customers hooked on transforming their lives through you. And I guarantee that I and my team are going to do everything we can to make this the very best experience possible for you as you design and create your experience product. With the momentum and skills that you'll gain over the next 10 weeks, mission accomplished isn't the end of the journey, it's just the beginning. It's just the first step towards your bigger vision for your business. And the next step, that's for us to meet in person for 3 days at the Message to Money Live event in Los Angeles. Message to Money Live picks up where the Experience Product Masterclass leaves off, which is why I've also given you, as a special bonus, a free ticket valued at $997. You're seeing this video because I want to make sure that we put a hold on your seat. You see, this event is almost guaranteed to sell out, and because we only hold this event once a year, tickets are gonna go fast. During our 2017 launch, we had 14% of students claim their Message to Money Live bonus ticket right from this video, which is a little on the low side. We usually see 20% of students claim a ticket, but we also noticed that 50% of our class came from overseas, which probably accounted for the lower numbers. They needed more time to work out the details. In the weeks that followed, over 35% of our EPM students claimed their tickets to attend. So at the very least, this video planted the initial seed that Message to Money was the next step after EPM. After this first celebration video, the next step in the onboarding sequence was the welcome page and welcome video. One quick note before I talk about this video. We did have one additional video between the celebration video and the welcome video that we only showed to our full pay customers, and that was the Experience Product Lab invitation video. Since this was a premium $5,000 event limited to just 20 people, we thought it was more appropriate for our full pay customers. Our goal for offering the lab was to work closely with a few students on their experience products while helping to offset the hard costs of our product launch. This technique is called an upsell. Upsells are a more advanced strategy that's beyond the scope of the master class, which is focused on finishing one product. So even though we use these advanced strategies in our onboarding experience, I don't recommend this if you're working on your first product. That said, I wanted to mention the complete sequence for our more advanced students and to plant a seed for the future. Since this was an upsell video, we gave people the opportunity to hit a thanks but no thanks this time Marisa button right below the video, so they could get on with the training portion of their onboarding experience if they weren't interested in the lab. Once they either applied for the lab or hit the no thanks button, they went to the next step in our onboarding sequence, the welcome page. Our multi-pay customers skipped the lab upsell and went straight from the celebration video to the welcome video. On the welcome page that you see here on the screen, we had a video set to autoplay as soon as someone landed on the page. This video set the tone for the program and covered some key information on what to expect and how to get started. If you're selling your product from a webinar or sales page, I highly recommend putting a welcome video on your confirmation page so you can create a quick connection with your new students, customers, and clients. You don't necessarily need to do the first 2 videos that I showed you in our onboarding sequence, but you definitely want to create a welcome video if you're selling your product from a webinar or sales page. Our welcome video is 5 minutes and 55 seconds long, and I think it's worth showing here in its entirety. As you watch, pay attention to how I'm showing up in the video, the tone I'm setting, and the info I'm covering. I include the entire script for this video in your worksheets for today's session. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Experience Product Masterclass. It's Marisa, and my team and I are so glad you're here. You have just made one of the single smartest business decisions of your life. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you just did, is to design, market, and make $2,000 or more from an experience product in 10 weeks or less, so you can get off the marketing treadmill, make more sales, and get your customers hooked on transforming their lives through you. In just 10 weeks from now, you're gonna look back and realize that you've created an amazing, lucrative experience product, a product designed to be effective, fun, and engaging for your customers that was actually easier than you ever imagined to create. Now, as you've probably already realized, we're gonna be doing a lot of things differently in this masterclass. But one thing's for sure, we're gonna have a lot of fun together. Business doesn't have to be hard or serious, it can and should be a lot of fun too. And if you're having more fun in your business, then your clients and customers will too, which is a good thing. Now, since I'm 100% focused on experience escalation, I wanna start by saying that in this program, I won't be overwhelming you with a ton of information. I'm only gonna give you exactly what you need to take the next step as you need to take it. So here's what's gonna happen now. As soon as this welcome video is over, you're gonna have instant access right here on this page to your first short training video on how to create clear revenue goals for your product. That's right, we're gonna show you the money right away. One of my personal goals for you is to put the money you've invested with us right back in your pocket as quickly as we can. Then, once you're done, you're gonna find the login info for our private members site in your inbox, and I encourage you to log in and finish our quick and easy pre-training module on your light bulb moment before we officially get started. You'll also get an invite to join the private Facebook group and a link to fill out a short survey. Plus, if you're not sure what your niche or product idea is yet, don't worry. You'll also get immediate access to your Niche Down, Profits Up mini training on how to pick the perfect niche for you. This bonus will be available for you right away, so if you're just starting out, I recommend doing this after your light bulb moment. First though, let's zoom out for a second and take a quick bird's eye view of what our 10 weeks together are gonna look like. During the first 2 weeks, we're gonna have fun nailing your offer and figure out what it is that you should sell that your customers will bust down the door to buy. Then we'll move on to really digging into the fun stuff and create your experience product, mapping out everything that you'll need for your experience product in less than 2 weeks. We're also gonna focus on creating your experience escalation plan. After that, we'll take a quick commercial break over Christmas week just to go have some eggnog and do the happy dance. During that break week, I'll be hosting our first 3-hour live laser coach-a-thon to give you a chance to catch up, ask any questions you haven't had answered yet, and also to make sure that your product is dialed in before we head into marketing your experience product in the first 3 weeks of January. After that, we'll have another break and 3-hour laser coach-a-thon, and then dive into delivering a wow experience for the last week. We'll wrap things up with an awesome mission accomplished celebration on February 5th, and then we'll come together again live in person at Message to Money Live on February 16th to 18th. So that's the plan. And as long as you show up and do the work, and I'm gonna make it really, really easy for you to do that by chunking it down for you into bite-sized trainings and actions so you never feel overwhelmed, then you can't go wrong. You'll have access to group coaching Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Q&A opportunities on Tuesday and Thursday too, throughout the entire program. So you'll always be able to get your questions answered. You're gonna get all of our support every step of the way. And by our, I mean my team. Support from Don Get It Done Crowther, the support of the community, and your personal experience product success coach throughout the entire process. And in 10 weeks from now, you'll have created your very own lucrative experience product. Now, how does that feel? I think you know you can do this because this is about creating an experience product that only you can create. Your tribe is waiting for you. That's why I have one more very special Mission Accomplished bonus that I haven't shared before. When you reach Mission Accomplished, we're gonna give you 10% of what you earn back in Superbucks that you can use towards any future purchase with Live Your Message. So if you earn $2,000, you'll get 200 Superbucks. If you earn $5,000, you get 500 Superbucks. And if you earn $10,000, you get 1,000 Superbucks. Because we believe in rewarding you for taking action and getting results. That's right. Not only are you guaranteed to earn your $2,000 back when you do the work, you can also make up to 1,000 Superbucks towards future trainings with Live Your Message when you reach Mission Accomplished. It's our goal to get you huge results, so you'll want to be a customer for life. All right, now stay on this page to receive your very first training and next steps. In just a few minutes, you're going to have clear revenue goals for your products so you know how much money you can expect to make even before you start. And I guarantee you it's at least as much as you invested in this program, if not a whole lot more. Now let's do this thing! Okay, so how did that make you feel? If you watched this video, did you feel like you made the right choice in investing in this product? Yes or no? Then, as you can see, we had a big gray arrow pointing down to encourage new students to continue on to step number 2. In step number 2, new students are invited to watch their first micro training and collect their first win. I also include a note that lets students know that this video is in the membership area if they don't have time to watch it now, so don't feel like they're missing out on anything. The goal here is to get people into immediate action so they can collect that first win and start building momentum right out of the gate from moment 1 of day 1. In this video, I walked new students through the process of setting clear minimum, target, and stretch revenue goals, complete with the Show Me the Money template to make this process as easy as possible for them. I also discussed some key mindsets around earning money and making get started choices so you can keep moving forward. I chose this topic as the first video for a few reasons. Number 1, it reassures students that they haven't spent money, they've made an investment which will pay itself back if they do the work. Number 2, setting these goals using my process is really simple. There is no room to get lost, stuck, or confused. It's an easy win. Number 3, this video directly supports the mission of our product to design, market, and make $2,000 or more from an experience product in 10 weeks or less and helps new students believe that this is possible for them. The training video is 25 minutes and 56 seconds long. Now, you don't necessarily need your first training or experience to be that long. The important thing is to get new students, customers, and clients into action right away so they can claim their first win, start to feel confident about the process, believe they can do it, and take a step into experience escalation. As a general rule, when it comes to training length, shorter is always better. At the same time, it's important to provide a complete experience that moves someone emotionally and inspires them into action, while normalizing challenges and getting them to a place where they have everything they need to win. There is no formula for length. It's more about making something as long as it needs to be without oversharing. Now, step 3 on the welcome page is joining the Facebook community. Now let's talk about the emails that automatically get sent once someone registered for the masterclass, because emails are usually an important part of your onboarding sequence. We know that people don't like to read a lot of information, and we already did so much framing and contextualizing on the 3-step welcome page, so we kept the first email short. The subject line was EPM, your membership site login and password. And here was the message. Hey, First Name, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Experience Product Tribe. You have just made an incredible decision to leave the sinking info ship behind and jump on our Experience Jumbo Jet to the stars. 10 weeks from now, you'll have your first Experience product done and out and making a difference. It all starts right here, right now, by taking 1 minute to log on to our headquarters. Log on details right there. Simply log on right now, and you'll see your next steps waiting for you inside. On behalf of the entire Live Your Message team and tribe, I want to say I'm glad you're here, and we can't wait to get to know you. Wonders, Marisa. Then there was a PS. If you need any support at all, now or in the future, feel free to email us at liveyourmessage.com or call 323-825-1085. Your experience matters to us, and we're here for you. As you can see, this first message is super short and to the point since my new students just went through a longer onboarding experience on the welcome page. The whole goal of this email is to get them to log into the membership site. Then once they log in, they get to the mission page, which you can see here on the screen. This reiterates the core mission of the product, then features the same video from the welcome page with a countdown timer letting them know your mission starts in exactly how many days, hours, minutes, and seconds. Then switches over to your mission completes in once the program begins. Then under the first video, they find the next steps that we mentioned in the welcome email, so they know exactly where to start. Those first few steps are, number 1, if you haven't added all of the training dates to the schedule, there's a prompt to do that here. And if they have, they can check it off and start racking up points. Number 2, then they get asked to sign our legal guarantee. Number 3, and complete our short Getting to Know You survey. Number 4, they're invited to join the EPM community on Facebook. Number 5, then we ask them to introduce themselves to the community. These first 5 simple actions are each worth 2 points, so people can feel like they're gaining momentum and winning right out of the gate. They're scoring points without a lot of work. Then I prompted new students to get their first bigger wins by completing the Your Lightbulb Moment pre-trainings. And of course, that first pre-training module was designed to give them easy win after easy win after easy win, so they could develop some real momentum and build their confidence and trust in the process. Meanwhile, on the Facebook group, the introductions are starting and people are beginning to talk about the pre-training content and interact and engage with each other. Then the onboarding email welcome sequence continues. As new students receive their coach assignments, our cart closed on a Friday, and in 2016, people got their coach assignments on Monday with the subject lines EPM, your coach assignment is ready, yay, please read entire email. In this email, we announce the coach assignments, let them know how to access their coach, what the coach is for, not for, and when coaching begins. It's important to clearly set expectations with your students so they know what to expect, what's included, and what's not. Then we linked over to a web page with coach assignments that you can see here on the screen. Then the next onboarding email lands 2 days later and 5 days before the program actually begins. Subject line EPM, the adventure starts Monday. Important details inside. This message includes some important information about the course so they can prepare. I'm going to read this here so you can get an idea of what to include in your welcome emails, and as always, I include the full transcripts for these emails in your worksheets for today. Cue dramatic music. First name. Your experience product adventure starts Monday. Yay, you've made it this far and we're just getting started. Our first official big live kickoff is this Monday, November 27th at 1 p.m. Pacific. Login details below. To get the most out of our big live virtual kickoff session, I have one more teensy tiny mission for you before we start. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to, more dramatic music, complete our 2 pre-trainings. Module 1, Your Lightbulb Moment, Niche Down, Profits Up. Both of these are super important as we move forward into the program. If you haven't dug into the videos yet, here's a few of the comments from the tribe to get you excited. I've just achieved 51 points, hooray! Excited, also scared for more to come. I've learned a lot and also have many questions ready to ask when the class starts next week. If you haven't completed the videos and taken actions, keep it up. There are exciting and surprising discoveries waiting for you. Cynthia Zai. As I was completing the Niche Down Profits Up class assignment, I discovered that my business product idea is being confirmed. It's a good feeling to know I'm on track in what I want to do. Missy Young. Hi, EPMers going through Module 1 today. I'm going to make $2,000 or more in the next 10 weeks through a mastermind. This feels like the right place to start at the right time, and I'm excited about this opportunity for them and me, Ashley. Our weekly schedule. This stays the same except our 3 break weeks in November, December, and January. Here's what the schedule looks like. Mondays with Marisa at 1 p.m. Pacific. Wisdom Wednesdays, coach office hours. Times vary by coach. Implementation Fridays with Dawn Get It Done Crowther at 11 a.m. Pacific. Just click the link below to automatically add everything to your calendar like magic. URL. You will use a different Zoom link for the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday calls. If you're calling in from outside the U.S., check here for a local phone number for your country. Zoom links, coach email addresses, and everything coaching. You can find it all at lymacademy.com/EPM/coaching. Important, for all live calls and trainings, make sure that you're in a quiet spot with no distractions. Silence your bat phone. We recommend buying a simple headset or using your cell phone headset for the best sound quality as you listen, but most importantly, as you speak. Please arrive 5 minutes early because these calls and trainings will be starting on time and packed with awesome. You're doing a great job already, and we're so excited to have you join us on this journey. Blue skies, Marisa. P.S. Want to hang out with the EPM community? Join the discussion in our private Facebook group. Link. This is where you'll find up-to-the-moment updates as well as more opportunities to get coaching within the group. PPS. Your membership site details are below. As you can see, this email has a lot of info and answers to many of the questions people may have about the program at this early stage. Then we continue the onboarding experience with another email the day the program actually starts. Subject line, EPM, today's the day. Meet me at 1 p.m. Pacific. Now here's the content. Woohoo! First name, today's the day. Are you ready? Cape on, Batmobile fueled, utility belt tightened, pencil sharpened. You look ready. Perfect. Now that we've made sure you're ready, let's get you started creating your very own brand spanking new shiny experience product that rocks. Today's kickoff call. Everything starts today, November 27 at 1 p.m. Pacific. Login details below with the first live virtual kickoff session, starting one step at a time. I know you may be feeling a funny mix of excitement and anxiety thinking about everything that needs to happen over the next 10 weeks. We're going to take it one simple step at a time, and before you know it, you'll have an amazing and profitable experience product. Today's call. Number 1, I'll open the session with a program orientation and answer any questions you have around how the next 10 weeks will work. And number 2, I'll open the lines for questions and laser coaching around Module 1 and the bonus training, Niche Down, Profits Up. Questions? To ask a question, please type question, and then your question into the chat box. This helps my team quickly identify and queue up questions for me. When you ask a question, please be as specific and concise as possible. I often don't need a lot of context or story to help you move forward. Can't make it live? Don't worry. All laser coaching calls with Marisa will be recorded and posted on the membership site by end of day. Since as a group, you'll be working through the same program together, many of the questions asked will apply to your business too. So even if you miss the call or don't get to ask your question, you'll still get a ton of value out of listening. Everything you need for today is right here. Then I repeat all the call details and I remind them of how to get the most of the call. And remember, for all live calls and trainings, make sure that you're in a quiet spot with no distractions. Hang the Do Not Disturb sign on the Batcave. We also recommend you use a simple headset or your cell phone headset for the best sound quality as you listen, but most importantly as you speak. Please arrive 5 minutes early because all sessions will be starting on time and jam-packed with everything you need to be successful over the next 10 weeks. Today is the day for you to start your journey. We're here to support you along the way. You just got to take the first step and show up. See you soon. Blue skies, Marisa. To prep for the Mondays with Marisa laser coaching session today, jot down the answers to these 3 questions. What do you most want help on? What specific challenge are you having in this area? What specific question could you ask that would help you move forward? Then we had a PPS with the membership site details. Then we opened the first Mondays with Marisa call with a fun little celebration. Up, 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 and away! After this intro, I went into housekeeping and let them know what to expect from the program, then ended with a little Q&A. So that's it for the Experience Product Masterclass onboarding sequence. Now it's your time to design your onboarding experience. Once this video ends, take 15 minutes to think through how you want your new customers to begin their journey with you from mission to mission accomplished. How can you avoid the downward death spiral and kick off experience escalation? If you're selling your product through a webinar or sales page, what are you going to put on the confirmation page after they register to validate their decision to invest? Do you want to record a video to connect with your new students, customers, and clients and give them a sense of your product and culture from day one? How can you give them their first win or series of wins? What emails will you send them leading up to the start of your product? How can you let them know what to expect so they can relax into the process? Do you want to include an intake survey? If you're delivering your product on a membership site, what will the experience be when they log on? If you're including a Facebook group, how can you get people to engage with you and each other from day one? These are some of the key questions you can ask yourself as you plan out your very own onboarding process to welcome your new students, customers, and clients into your world and start them down the path to mission accomplished. Remember, this is an experience product and you can break out of the box and have some fun. It doesn't have to be as complex or sophisticated as the EPM onboarding sequence. In 2017, we had 500 students enter the program, so we could afford to invest in making that first experience extraordinary. When you're getting started with a new product, it makes sense to keep it simple. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to design a new customer onboarding sequence that avoids the downward death spiral and kicks off experience escalation. Think through the emails you want to send and what content you want them to see first so they start winning from moment one of day one and get hooked on taking action in your program. Our next video in Deliver the Wow is Discipline Creativity. Organize your product creation. In this training, I'll show you behind the scenes of how I stay organized and productive throughout the product creation process and how you can too. Now go out there and live your message.